And here's the thing. The reason why people regain their weight back is not because they don't know what to do. And it's not because they don't have motivation or discipline to continue to follow the things that they've learned. But here's what it is. The reason why people regain weight back is because they have been using food to medicate. They've been using food to self regulate. And what I'm talking about today is regulating the nervous system. Welcome back, friends. I'm your host, Shaban. And with each episode, I am honored to be your coach and guide in the journey to make peace with food, fall in love with fitness, and ultimately yourself. My intention in each episode is to help you release the old story of who you are and step into the one you're always meant to be. We'll challenge conventional diet and fitness culture and understand the importance of tuning out all the shoulds they tell us to do and tuning into our own inner wisdom instead. What you focus on, you create more of. Through these conversations, you'll shift your focus from what you're supposed to be doing to who you want to be, so that health and fitness and ease around food is not just what you do, but who you are. And if you find that this conversation resonates with you today, then I want to invite you to join our free Make Peace with Food Facebook community at myfoodfreedomlifestyle.com, where you can connect with me and my team directly and access all the free trainings and resources we have for you so you can regulate your nervous system and make peace with food. And then also remember to share this episode with someone who you think needs to hear this today. The links are in the show notes. All right, now let's get into it. Why do 95% of people who release weight on a diet gain it all back after 1 year? I mean, that's nuts. When I read these statistics, I was like, well, what's the point? I mean, you have a 95% chance of regaining the weight that you release on any diet, whether that is the vegan diet or that is fasting or juice fasting or the carnivore diet or counting your macros. You have a 95% chance of gaining all that weight back within the first year. I mean, it almost makes you feel like, what's the point? Why should I even go on a diet? And here's the thing. The reason why people regain their weight back is not because they don't know what to do. And it's not because they don't have motivation or discipline to continue to follow the things that they've learned. I mean, let's face it, we all get up and go to work, we take care of our kids, we are so responsible and all the other things in our lives. So it's clearly not that. But here's what it is. The reason why people regain weight back is because they have been using food to medicate. They've been using food to self-regulate. And what I'm talking about today is regulating the nervous system. Because the reason why we actually binge eat or emotionally eat, or we find ourselves nighttime snacking or compulsively overeating is because we use food to cope with whatever difficult emotions that we have a hard time handling, including boredom. And the brain does this thing where it creates an addiction anytime we teach it that there can be a reward on the other side of overcoming a painful experience. Every single decision that we make as humans psychologically moves us away from pain or discomfort and moves us towards pleasure. But when we actually are able to use a substance such as food or alcohol or drugs or even shopping and sex, and get the message in the brain that, hey, when I have discomfort, when I'm feeling uncomfortable, this one thing gives me instant pleasure. And not just instant small amounts of pleasure, I'm talking about large amounts of pleasure. And so palatable foods like salty foods, fast foods, sweet things, all the processed foods that are very tasty, that give us a lot of high energy, the body recognizes that as the best reward for anything that we feel is uncomfortable for us. And so the reason why people regain their weight back after the first year is not because they didn't know what to do. It was because when a life event happened, when they felt the discomfort, when they felt that they were in that painful situation that the body couldn't handle, didn't know what to do with the emotions, they turned back to that medication of choice. And generally, that was food. So we go back to those old patterns when we don't know how to regulate the nervous system. And that's exactly what I want to teach you. Because if you know how to regulate your nervous system and you understand how to regulate from protection mode to what I call safety mode, which you may know as fight or flight or sympathetic nervous state, to parasympathetic, which is rest and digest, and you know how to do that through using very simple techniques, through understanding how your thoughts create your emotions, through understanding how to use your physical body to actually reverse that instantaneously. When you know how to do that, you no longer need to use food to self-medicate or to self-regulate. Thanks for listening to this episode. Whether you're already on your wellness journey or just getting started, we're in this together. If this has resonated with you today, I want to invite you to subscribe to the show so you never miss a beat. And if you know someone who could benefit from this conversation, then please share this episode with them. Let's work together to help as many people as possible make peace with food and fall in love with fitness. And also, don't forget to visit myfoodfreedomlifestyle.com to join the free Facebook group for more resources. Remember, you are an inspiration. I can't wait to hear your story. See you next time.